This video introduces ANFORA, a novel design framework that remodels existing information architectures as linear aural flows. Accessing the mobile web on the go is becoming increasingly pervasive as mobile users become more likely to multitask during digital media experiences. However, multitasking often occurs when people access the mobile web while engaged in another activity, for example, walking or driving, when it is distracting or even dangerous to look at the screen at all times. Existing visual interfaces often require highly focused attention and may not work well in these situations. Likewise, recent studies on the use of mobile devices during secondary tasks indicate that audio-based interfaces, although slower to use, are less distracting compared to visual interfaces. An unsolved challenge, then, is to properly convert such web information architectures to aural content in a way that users can still browse the application content based on their interests in a more linear fashion, thus minimizing interaction with the device and facilitating more eyes-free experiences. To address this problem, we propose ANFORA, Aural Navigation Flows on Rich Architectures, a systematic approach to remodel web information architectures into a set of aural flows. To investigate the potential of ANFORA, we applied our concept to the news domain because news websites are content-intensive and employ complex navigation structures. News consumption on mobile devices is also increasing, making news content an interesting testbed for aural browsing. For example, consider a scenario in which Sam wants to catch up with today's local news during the 10-minute walk to his office. On the home page of ANFORA News, he can select any of the following options based on his time availability and the reading level in which he is interested. For example, he wants to sample a news story and also listen to its related news. Next, he can select among the main categories of news he is most interested in. Once his personalized playlist is ready, he can start listening to the news, skip the news he is not interested in, go to the next section of news, pause, and play the playlist. Aural Flow allows Sam to access content from any news website, such as CNN, the New York Times, and National Public Radio, to name a few. Thus, ANFORA provides news consumers with a novel way to access news and information on mobile devices while on the go. A study involving 20 frequent news readers investigated the usability and navigation experience with ANFORA News in a mobile setting. The results show that aural flows are enjoyable, easy to use, and appropriate for eyes-free mobile contexts. Future work will focus on improving the modes of interaction through the addition of voice commands for infrequent interaction as a means for navigating the flow. We are currently exploring a logical vocabulary for these voice commands, as well as planning additional user studies to inform that process.